Have you ever stopped to wonder how a language from one small island managed to become the language that connects the entire planet? Well, today we're going to dive into that incredible story. A journey of empires, tech, and culture that literally shaped the world we all live in today.
So, how did this happen? What forces pushed English from being just some local dialect to becoming the language of global business, of science, of the internet? That's the big question, right? And we're going to answer it together.
Okay, first things first, let's just get a feel for how massive the presence of English really is. It's not just another language on the list. In so many parts of our lives, it's become the world's default setting.
I mean, just think about it. You hop online. The vast majority of the internet is in English. The world's biggest movies, the most popular songs, overwhelmingly English. Groundbreaking scientific papers, they're published in English. Big international business deals, English is the language that makes it happen. It's pretty much everywhere.
But here's the wild part. Go back 1,500 years and English was a total nobody. Just a minor language spoken by a few tribes in England. I mean, compared to big-shot languages of the time like Latin, it was completely off the radar. So how on earth did it make that jump?
To get that, we need to take a quick trip back in time, because the rise of English was definitely not an accident. It was really the result of two huge, powerful historical waves.
This timeline gives us a pretty clear roadmap. See, English started its world tour back in the 1600s, getting its first big push from the British Empire. But then, after World War II, its influence got put on hyperdrive by the rise of the United States.
So wave number one was all about the British Empire. As its navy sailed all over the globe, they took the English language with them, to India, to parts of Africa, to Australia. And here's the key part. They made English the language of government and schools. So if you wanted to get ahead, you had to speak it. That's why even after many of these places became independent, English had already put down deep roots and just stuck around.
But the British Empire, that was just chapter one. The thing that really cemented English as the undisputed global language was the rise of a whole new superpower, the United States of America.
You see, after World War II, America's economy just exploded. The US dollar became the world's currency. So when you're trading oil or making huge international investments, it's all done in dollars. And you know what they say? Money talks. And in this case, it spoke English. The language of global finance was born. Then came the fun part. Culture. Hollywood movies, American rock and roll, pop music. It all went global. All of a sudden, people everywhere were singing along to songs in English, quoting lines from American movies. It wasn't just about business anymore. Learning English was, it was cool. It was your ticket to global pop culture.
And the final piece of the puzzle? Technology. The internet was born in the United States. Its core programming languages, its first ever websites, its biggest companies, we're talking Google, Apple, the whole lot, they were all built in English. That basically made English the native language of our entire digital world.
Okay, so that's the grand, sweeping history. But what does it all mean for you, right here, right now? Let's bring it down from that global scale to a personal one and see how this language actually works in our daily lives.
And you really see it on a spectrum. It shows up in the most simple, everyday moments.
Think about a simple morning routine. I wake up, I brush my teeth, I check my phone. You know, these are universal things we all do. And English gives us a common, simple way to share those experiences, whether you're talking to someone in Tokyo or Berlin or São Paulo.
All the way to those moments that are anything but simple. Moments where clear, precise communication can literally be the difference between life and death, because the role of English goes way beyond just the everyday stuff.
Take a term like CPR. You hear those three letters and you know exactly what they mean. Someone isn't breathing and needs help right now. It doesn't matter where in the world you are, that term is a universal alarm bell that can help save a life. Or what about the phrase critical condition? That immediately tells doctors and nurses that a patient's life is hanging by a thread and they need immediate, urgent care. There's just no room for misunderstanding. So you see, English works as this simple tool for daily life, but it's also a super precise instrument when it really truly matters. And that brings us right to our final point. Because when you look at the history and how we use it today, you start to realize something. English is more than just a language. It's become an absolutely essential global skill.
Just look at this number, 1.5 billion. That is how many people are learning English around the world right now. That's nearly 1 out of every 5 people on the entire planet.
This isn't just some passing trend, it's a massive global movement.
So why are so many people doing it? Because learning English is like getting a key that unlocks a whole world of opportunity. It can help you get a better job, it lets you travel pretty much anywhere with confidence, you can learn almost any skill you can dream of because most of the tutorials and courses are in English. And maybe best of all, it lets you connect with people from completely different cultures.
Ultimately, it really just boils down to this. In this connected world of ours, English isn't just about grammar or vocab. It's a tool. It's a tool that gives you the power to shape your own future and the freedom to explore the world and your own potential with fewer limits.
So, we'll leave you with this one thought. We've seen how history created this incredibly powerful global tool. The only question left, and it's the one that matters most, is what will you build with it?